Ladies and gentlemen, Arthur Lowe. It's good to see you in civvy gear, I must say. What a marvellous team effort that was. And what a great sadness when it finished, Arthur.
Yes. People are still asking me when he's coming back, you know. And when I say that half of us are dead anyway, and the other half are too old to jump over the fences anymore, they sort of look at you in surprise, you know. So, but TV people don't get old. I mean, you know, they think you've some secret of immortality, but that's really the only reason why it stopped, because, as I said, we lost 3 of our leading characters, and we were all getting rather old. So, you know, we stopped while the going was still good.
Now, you are one of the lucky people, one of the most proficient actors that we see on television, in that instead of having a character stamped on you through and through like Blackpool Rock, after Swindley, you emerge as a completely different character in Captain Mannering. How difficult was that for you to shake off that character of Swindley?
Well, I mean, it wasn't all that difficult because of the splendid writing you see of the series. I mean, that's the end. That's the be-all and the end-all of all good series. If the writing is good, then you have a very much better chance than if the writing is bad. And I believe you have been in series where the writing has been very bad, and hence they haven't lasted. But if it's, I think from the first script I read of Oded's Arm, it was obvious that it was going to be good, and that one could make something from the character without trying very hard, really, because it was there. It was self-explanatory. It was a bit like reading Shaw. You know, there's a saying in the theatre that there are 2 ways of playing Bernard Shaw. One is to act him, and the other is to learn the lines. Because if you learn the lines, you don't need to act. His writing is so good that if you just say the lines, the rest will come.
Yeah. I know that you get cross sometimes when people say to you, how much of you is there in the character that you're portraying, particularly with something like Mannering. You know, what do you say to those people that make you cross about that question?
Well, yeah, it's a strange thing, you see, but I believe that the less personality an actor has of his own, the better he is able to portray the characters that his job demands of him. I don't think you should be very clever for a start to be a good actor. I think you should be very intelligent. But once you start getting clever, then forget it, because it's not your job to be clever. Your job is to interpret what the man has written, just as a pianist's job is to interpret what his composer has written. If you start being too clever, then out the window goes the character, you know. But of course, on the other side of the coin, I think that no matter how clever an actor may be, in hiding his own personality, there must be a certain amount of himself comes into the part. I don't think this can really be helped. But I'm all for keeping it at a minimum.
Yes, many people would have said that the next series you created, the next sort of legendary character you created on television was Potter, Redvers Potter, who we all came to love and adore. Now you're in the middle of, or you will be this summer, recording another series, thankfully.
Yes, we're going to do another 6 episodes of him this summer.
Yeah, a lovely old codger he was, sort of retired managing director of the family firm.
Yes.
Who drove his wife mad. Shall we have a reminder of a super moment from the last series where you were being extremely helpful to a lost, abandoned French couple, and here you are practicing your French.
Yeah.
Great stuff. You laugh when you watch it. Are you still amused by the whole thing? What was in that suitcase?
Something quite heavy. I felt it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
An actor's life is not just a glamorous one, is it?
No, newspapers, I think. It's very funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good. And we'll look forward to when we'll see that in August.
Well, I don't know. No, it'll be. I should think next spring before it'll come out. I should think so. I don't know, they may put them out.
Now, completely another character which you really did develop very successfully is in Bless Me, Father. You enjoyed doing that, didn't you?
The Roman Catholic priest, yes, I enjoyed that very much.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that because it was such a change from these bumbling old Englishmen. But I would have liked to do more of that, but for some reason or other we didn't. I don't know quite why. For one thing, how young Abineri, the boy who played my curate, went to Australia. More or less, you know, on a permanent basis. He may marry a girl out there, and we've lost him to the clergy. But I don't think that was a sufficient reason in itself. I think there must have been some other politics behind it, because one can always get another curate. But however, Lionel Jeffries has done something similar just recently. So
you're such a busy man. You haven't really stopped working for 34 years when you first set foot on the stage in Manchester. Now that was where you met your wife, Joan.
Yes.
And you've been married to her ever since.
Yeah.
Now, at the moment, you're on tour with a production which I saw last night and enjoyed enormously, a good old-fashioned production from R.C. Sheriff, a real old thriller, Home at 7. What do you like about acting with the wife on stage? Don't destroy the microphone, sorry.
I like it because it means that we get a lot of nice paid holidays. We did a nice season in Eastbourne last year, and went to Australia and New Zealand the year before, and so on. So that's nice.
Yeah.
We both get bored with holidays as such. I mean, I can't bear.
That's probably why you work so much.
Sitting about on the set. I'll smash this one, sorry.
You're getting tangled up. While you sort yourself out, Alpha, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.